everyone, you're watching PokerNews.com and welcome back to our coverage of the World Series of Poker. I am with a familiar face, Shaun Deeb. Although I do want to make a little caveat to this, okay? I had a question in the Primetime Poker Report the other day, and someone asked me, is Shaun Deeb the best, least known player in poker? And I was thinking, how do you feel about that?
Least known, I feel like I'm pretty known for my slow rolls and some of the other fun stuff I've done. I think I'm pretty known. I feel like every World Series event, someone comes up to me and says something they know me or wants a photo, so I don't think I'm unknown. That's kind of hurtful.
I was thinking the same thing, and you've been on several TV shows. I mean, I feel like you've been on, since it's been a long time since we've had regular, late night kind of high stakes TV shows, but all the ones that we have had in the last 10 years, you've been a part of.
Yeah, I mean,
And crushed.
I've done well, and I've been entertaining. That's what I try to do.
And that's the key, folks. That's what we're really trying to do.
It's all about entertainment.
Speaking,
Who gives a shit about playing good anymore?
No, but I will say we are here on the main event. I want to focus on your bracelet, but you did just bust and still come for an interview, which I also think is that shows a lot of. I'm not sure. It's integrity. It's class. It's I play enough poker that I'm not crying right now.
Yeah, I'm just mad at myself. I misread my stack size in my final hand, and I jammed in a spot I would actually called. So that's unfortunate. But it's my own fault. I played too fast. I was aware of the pay jump, so I knew there wasn't gonna be a pay jump for like 60 people. So once I got past that one, I was like ready to splash around, and so I splashed, but didn't have to.
Also, I noticed you had a candy bar in front of you. What's the story there?
Somewhere, I think I left over there. So every day, Norman Chad walks through the room, chatting with people, and gave me a candy bar on like day 2. So like, hey, what's today's candy? Every time it's changed, so he gave me the option of what to pick. So I picked $100,000, and I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna cash for. And then I bust like 4 hands later. But I think I made the mistake of not eating the candy right away. Every other time, I ate it as soon as he gave it to me, and I went on a rush. So thanks, Norman, for the help, but I failed myself.
I mean, this is spoken like a true poker player. If you're gonna do something on one day, you have to do it every day.
Yeah, my wife kind of gave me a hard time. It was going to day 4. I was like, I'm gonna go shave this morning. She's like, why? And I'm like, and that was the day I actually ended the day with less chips than I started the day with. And then today I bust out really quickly. So my wife was right. So she'll remind me after she sees this interview that I should listen to her more often.
Always follow the same path. Well, something's working out because you have your second bracelet now this summer. And I was thinking, you have a baby, you get really serious, and then you get 2 bracelets. Is that the formula?
I mean, it's definitely a happy life. Success, I've had a bunch of results, but money-wise hasn't been as good as I would hope because obviously my wins have been some of the smaller events. But still, still providing for them, still living my lifestyle, and I'll do a couple of live tournaments for the next few months, but mostly rest. Like, time to let my wife take a little break now that she's so far along in her pregnancy.
Well, I know that you play a lot of cash games. That's definitely more your forte. But is it just the prestige of winning a bracelet that I guess what I'm saying is you could be for 150K or 200K, you could probably be playing cash, but now you have another bracelet. What does it feel like to be a multiple bracelet holder?
Well, I really think the secret is that people don't realize how much money can be made in these tournaments. There's, especially some of this big field no limits, there's win $500,000, and these people who make final table are not tough players, So I think that there's still a lot of money to be made in tournaments. I think your win rate would actually be close to even when you consider if you play strictly tournaments or strictly cash, depending on what limits you play. But this tournament's just more relaxing, It's you set schedule. Like when I play tournaments, I actually get sleep every day. If I play cash, playing 48 hours straight, yeah, I never quit. So I feel awful after a couple weeks of playing cash. I obviously do well sometimes, but I mean it's a different life. Doing the tournaments is just so much more relaxing, and I could see myself next year trying to do what ODB and Marco Johnson did, just play tournaments and basically say no cash, even though you can make a bunch of money in cash. It's just nice knowing every day you're done at 3 p.m. and you go from there.
And I guess how do you then, when you're looking at your schedule, when you're looking to balance, how do you balance the cash and the tournaments right now versus of course, obviously, if you play all tournaments next year?
There's really no balance. It's just I wake up and I either go to the Rio or I go to Bellagio or Aria, and there's no set. I don't look at the schedule really, except for that day. I don't plan in advance. I'm like, oh, I'll play this event, or I won't. I go from there. So I don't plan. I don't really. There's a couple of events I'm like, oh, I'm gonna probably play them, but nothing else from that.
It's spoken like a true poker player. Thank you so much. This is Shaun Deeb. Though that was a lot of crazy people. I'm Sarah Herring here on PokerNews.com.